Since WPM's debut at CDSI 2023, Peejay have been the standout player for his team against the best from China. So now here are Peejay's best hardpoint performances against the top CDM teams from CDSI, CDFI and World Champs 2024.
Wolves, if we do go into takeoff. And to your point earlier on, how's the end gonna be? It's gonna be a takeoff. And I think there's gonna be
times already. We've seen this. It's a classic map here.
those objectives. The rest of them trying to clear the perimeter. Peejay's gonna try to find a couple of backsteps. Very successful at doing so. Flips the spawns around. It's not gonna give them a huge advantage. The Low Kings trying to play the long game. The Low Kings really needs to hustle now. They do have the advantage with the spawn. They throw their men in there. Two players playing the objective. Finals are the players on the side of Wolves, and they win the hill with that fantastic play as well. But a pincer maneuver coming through courtesy of the Chinese players with 13 seconds more to go. Peejay on the Slayer from the left. The right is being held. A little bit of aggression. Wolves unable to pull this back from them.
And now we do get to see such an amazing comeback coming in from WPM Low Kings, and now we're finally having that lead switch at the moment. And oh, just as I said that, it's going to be scrapped.
Slow rotation once again to P3. We will need to wait and see. Peejay attacks from the front.
Early rotation. Susano using that purifier to flush out every single one of the Wolves.
Circling around. It's going to be a three-man stack coming through from their spawn out of the Special Forces base. They flush on through, but look at this power position.
And now just one player, that's Peg, getting an essential kill with the claw. Tries to get that control here in spawn, but unfortunately does not get it.
One big win for Yopi, but he gets annihilated on the other side. Peejay still is done and dusted already as West Point Mamba Low Kings wins out another respawn.
Here we go, here we go. Everyone's flourishing, but obviously objective being won by the Low Kings.
5 players in
yesterday. I love how War Machine is being
Fortunately, we're not going to be getting any 5-man War Machines, and we have totally adapted to what the meta is currently at here on this Call of Duty Mobile run. Peejay on a 2-3 with a KRM, looking to get the triple as well
as put another point to their side that they beat Q9.
That one, you know, if you can't commit to the KRM, if you can't perform, then change things up. But now,
yeah,
Peejay, aka the guy that changed from the KRM to the Fennec, out on the spiral run, will get a triple, absolutely denying the players from Q9 Club to get a break.
Yeah, let's see if Q9 Club will try to get the break this time, because Peejay is on fire.
4 points to go, but the spawn still favoring Q9 for a moment. Actually, it's a split spawn situation. Only player 1 will be coming from the back end. Ooh. The rest of his squads will be all around. Yopi on a purifier will be able to clean the...
Hopefully it turns out in this control mode. But going back to stats that we were talking about earlier, like when we looked at the wins and losses, it's West Point Mom
entirely. Then obviously the mental game, it will really affect.
Finally going to get started. Operator skill take off. First Hardpoint going to open
trying
up.
to play for trades. And Wolves, definitely, they got one player holding off the point. Kind of playing with his Halo and crew now. Trying to break. And they'll be successful for now.
Here with the War Machine as well as the Gravity Vortex block off from the players of Elevate. 12 seconds remaining, that one bit. Right now, they're trying to go...
Elevate have now taken that lead change. Back to P1 we go. It's gonna be Elevate that has that high ground cap favor. And they are now
continues to hold it down, but they lose it to the players on the side of Wolves, and they start for a rotation going on to hill number 2 because Wolves are going to beat them there if they don't start now. The kill feed becomes 4 kill, gets a double piece there, and now Peejay trying to there's on his side of the 4 kill streak already. Elevate is getting closer to what's left on the clock. Elevate just need to get a couple more points to make their lives easier, and when we rotate into the reset once again, this gets closer towards the end game as the players on the side seems like they have something up their sleeve here. They're holding down the corners. Peejay wanting to waste any more time. Closes up the hardpoint match with the record here, finally ending the series.
Yeah, finally.
As the ratings, and it's just down to that objective playing that really made the difference between these two teams. Again, Hardpoint isn't about kills. Those skills do not
for
count.
The side of Q9. On the opposing side, we are
going to make good headway. Who's going?
It's going to be a back and forth, but for the most of the points here, for this very first Hardpoint, it's going to be Ellen moving the pace just a little bit more, coming in from the rotation.
Right now, they are getting that 50 even before Q9 grabbing the first attempt. And this is how Elevate works. They step into the hill, only waiting for the scrap point to be given.
Looking to get some out of it. It's going to be a 75-point differential here for this very point differential here. as of the moment.
You will be using that so quickly. Q9 covers the rest of the gang. The rest of Q9 is already preparing for that. PJ wasted already one operator in that hill. PJ is trying to
Something that the masterclass that they have been. We need to see more from you guys.
right now, just steamrolling everyone. And this might be it. Only 5 points remaining, and it is counting up. And there goes the win. The end is here. Elevated high.
Yeah.
Starting off with PJ with 51 plus Susano with 50 on the
Shanda quite a lot, and I think this is gonna be perfect time for any of these teams here to whip out the
baby. And it's all about immense elevate the last team stats.
want to win things off here on the P1. Clearly,
This is where we're talking about all of this AR. 30 seconds.
a 4-man crack.
The collapse inside for elevate, which is Sano making as we enter the next hill. They're gonna have that early rotation as it's currently not being felt in terms of the SMG presence inside of the matchup so far. PJ contested, Peg gonna be inside of the hill, and PJ to make sure that they get the most time on this B1. 30 for Wolves, honestly. They were lacking on the speeds earlier, but at least they get majority of the time and not let Elevate just get a huge pull away through patio. And so far for Neon, they're gonna have to deal with the weapons of choice. PJ gonna be able to sling. It's gonna get shot down, but it's Asano's claw, and here comes the PJ Purifier, and that is gonna be good for 3 eliminations. Elevate first 3.
But we've seen Elevate break this hardpoint over and over again.
Insane with the SMG. The Fennec in his hands. He might just be able to explode for a 50 bomb here. Wolves are going to be trying to throw their figures, but AJ with the denial of the operator. He is going to single-handedly hold down the single lane. 53 elimination, and Elevate will successfully hold down the fort to take away map number 1.
The dominant Wolves standing with 53, 35, and 18 with a 1.51 KDA and a rating of 1.65, and that will grant him his 10th MVP.
Some points on that as well, but when it does come down to the search and destroy, we haven't seen it.
I love this map. Okay, so this is a great shotgun map. I don't know if we're gonna see map on this one. As we say that, Curly's gonna pick up a double kill. Uli gets it down.
Oh
Curly
my
gets
god!
PJ
PJ with a 3-piece! With a 4-piece!
KRF, baby! That's what you like to say!
PJ gets the clear on Tuesday. Q9 son.
And then see, PJ brings out the Purifier. Purifier's gonna pick up one kill here.
Nice defense right there.
Does the Purifier pick up another kill? Uling's gonna get taken down here.
A game like Hardpoint, you know.
Exactly. But again, close game. It's not like it's over yet. So if Elevate wins, man, it will be off the back of PJ. PJ looking to try to get a freaking 50 bomb right now.
Post by DCN. Oh wow! One piece!
Holy smokes.
Piece!
Oh my god. Elevate right now is absolutely...
Is he still going? PJ with a 2-piece.
What a huge control of the last point. PJ be on the shotgun with the double.
Q9 are absolutely going for the breach, but just cannot quite breach well enough and hold the points long enough to Elevate. And there we go. Just like that, Elevate takes first round and help the team get that first win. My god, 51!
Low key.
Here, we got to get some teams laid down the groundwork because you never know where these SMGs for Elevate might have the map. But I mean, Wolves are just throwing numbers all the way through the tunnel, and they're just getting blown to pieces.
Oh my god! PJ around the...
Very much so at square one for Wolves. I mean, a 2 for...
We haven't seen one quite like that in some time, though.
P1, keeping elevated bait and making sure
the Wolves displaced from this spawn.
Of course, it's being looked at. Neon comes through with the War Machine, comes up absolutely dry. It just comes down to King, but PJ with the Purifier answers it back.
It has to be a play through cave side, and PJ is gonna melt everything in front of him. Elevate, the CDSI champions, 4-0ing Wolves back in China. Fast forward a week and a half. They're looking good to send them out of the tournament here at Worlds as PJ is lighting them up.
All the way up the last little bit of scrap time here at the second set of
need. No, it's Yopi for the final double and Elevate. Move on to Sunday.
Got it done.
We were undefeated out of our Swiss bracket, now coming through here in a dominant fashion.
Wolves versus Elevate's gonna be one hell of a match in this year's champs, and PJ faces Zai's new team.